Rich Lowe, Pilot Legacy, on site of the Stanton, Lockhart, Texas, with our March 2024 investor update. Well, March has definitely roared in like a lion. It is like hurricane force winds outside, so I'm coming to you from inside Building 8 to get out of the wind. If you hear something that sounds like the sails on a pirate ship, it's the Tyvek wrap beating up against the apartment. Well, we're all dried in here at the Stanton Phase 2 with all buildings shingled except for Building 11. Building 11 shingles should be laid later next week. Buildings 7 and 8 are completely wrapped in Tyvek, as well as Building 9. Crews are installing windows throughout Phase 2 just as fast as we can get them. Once the Tyvek wrap is complete, flashing tape is installed both inside and out. The windows are dropped into the box, shimmed in place, and then anchored in place. Here at Building 10, crews are hard at work today applying Tyvek wrap while also delivering windows to the second floor. Also prominent is the installation of staircase frames, their concrete steps, and the railings. Inside Buildings 7 and 8, circuit breaker panels, outlet boxes, as well as fire sprinklers and air conditioning ductwork is being installed throughout. In the breezeways, flashing is being installed for the eventual pouring of the lightweight concrete. The same preparations are being made on the balconies as well. At each of the new buildings, the fire hydrants have been installed and are now under pressure and fully functioning. And with the transformers all in place, temporary meters and electrical poles have been installed in preparation for the application of power to each building once fully shingled and the windows installed and all the doors in place. We are awaiting the first delivery of doors, which should be any day now. I spoke with Kevin today, our framing subcontractor, and he informed me that he anticipated his work being completed by July. That is, the full application of siding throughout Phase 2. Here you can see our most recent delivery of siding material, which will be applied to Building 7 in the first week of April. Well, despite a pretty hefty amount of rain, our water detention feature, Lake Lockhart, continues to appear more than adequate to handle any rainfall that may come our way. And recall last month how we brought to your attention our neighbor's curious drainage configuration, in particular the north-south level spreaders. Well, here's the 411 on that situation. Looking at Legacy Senior Living from high overhead, you can see quite prominently their stormwater detention pond on the easternmost portion of the property and just to the west of the Stanton. The majority of stormwater runoff from Legacy will collect in this pond. Once it reaches its maximum design capacity, water is then to be pumped via this lift station and finally into this west-east oriented flume, which then places the water into the north-south level spreaders we highlighted for you last month. Well, the grooved level spreaders only make me feel a little uneasy. What I find a little more attention grabbing is what's going on upstream of Legacy's west-east flume. Here we are on the western edge of Legacy's property with State Highway 130 clearly visible. Under State Highway 130 is a drainage culvert, the discharge of which flows right into the flume, which in turn directs water directly over to the Stanton. Engineering has assured us that the calculated discharge quantity is less now than it was before Legacy began construction. Now, in my mind, that may be true, but 2 years ago, that area was an agricultural lot, that is, entirely permeable. Now we have an area that is perhaps 80 to 90% impermeable cover, not to mention a flume which collects off State Highway 130 and sends it our way. We're working with the neighbors, the city of Lockhart, and our design team to ensure this isn't going to be a problem going forward. The good news is we have a massive reservoir just north of the Stanton that appears capable of accommodating an unlimited amount of water. So as the saying goes, sir, you have options. Isn't development exciting? Well, since last month's update, there have been no additional change orders, so our contract amount remains at $23,051,622. To date, $11,689,720 has been drawn, with March's requisition totaling $1,674,810. As of today, March 29th, 2024, we are 59% of the way through our scheduled Phase 2 timeline. General reports the occupancy of Stanton Phase 1 is holding the line at 95%, with inquiries picking up as we make our way into the spring, and of course due to Phase 2's now indelible mark on the Lockhart skyline. Well, that's a wrap for March. From everyone at Pilot Legacy, we wish you all a happy Easter weekend, and we'll see you all back here in April. The neighbors in the city of Lockhart. Loose electrical cable. What could go wrong?